Welcome to Lock In Your Success. We are the company that creates strategies to build wealth. This webinar reviews real-time hypothetical trades each week while analyzing market conditions with adjustments. Questions are always welcomed, asked, and answered. Before we get started, we need to go over our disclosures. Lock In Your Success LLC is not a broker-dealer or financial advisor. This presentation is for educational purposes only. This information is not an offer to buy, sell, or hold securities. You shall be fully responsible for any investment decision you make, and such decisions will be based solely on your evaluation of your financial circumstances, investment objectives, risk tolerance, and liquidity needs. Please visit cboe.com to find and review the options risk disclaimer prior to placing any trades. Also, please note that these are real-time but hypothetical computer-simulated trades and results. The trades are believed to be as accurately presented as possible, however, they are not guaranteed as to accuracy and therefore live results may vary. No representation is being made that any portfolio will or is likely to achieve profits or losses similar to those shown. Whew! Now that that's over, let's get to it. Here is your host, John Locke.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Options Trading for Income weekly webinar for May 23rd, 2016. I was speaking with Sherry over the weekend, and she decided to catalog our past episodes for Options Trading for Income, and we found out that we had 568 trade updates that we've done. So we're going to start numbering our episodes. We're going to call this officially episode number 568. That's amazing. If you're watching us on YouTube or some other venue, come on over to our website, lockingyoursuccess.com, get your free report, 7 Secrets to Becoming a Successful Trader, and join our free community. Speaking of our community, we also have a Premium Plus membership where you can attend 2 live coaching webinars per month, plus 1 free bonus webinar. We often have an enriching session as well. And we're going to be adding tracks to this, so more and more value as time goes on. If you're a member in June, you can start to attend our comprehensive Broken Butterfly Master Track series, which are going to begin next month. And for information on that, just go over the website. I just also like to remind you too that Trading Triangle Live is coming near. I think we're only, less than a month away now. So if we're still actually picking up attendees, if you're interested in coming, please do that as quickly as possible because it's going to be a great time there. We're going to have a good time. And let's see, what other announcements do I have? Successful Trader of the Month is going to be John Wilson. And we're going to have our Successful Trader of the Month interview. We're going to do the best we can to have it live from Hawaii. And we're not sure of the date yet, but we're putting that together. John Wilson's going to be in Hawaii with us, and we are also considering having some sort of a roundtable they're trying to put together because we're going to have a lot of successful traders there from our past Successful Trader of the Month webinars. It's going to be a really great time. So something to consider there. I will move forward and talk about the market. Last week we were watching a head and shoulders pattern for a breakdown, and I was thinking the market was generally going to stay sideways here. And even if it broke down, even if a head and shoulders pattern breaks down, what we're looking for a breakdown under high volume. We got a penetration intraday on the SPX, which held. Theoretically, that's bullish. We had a bullish day on Friday, which isn't a surprise after the failure of a breakdown of a head and shoulders pattern. Usually, that's very bullish. But like I said, there's not a lot of volume accompanying any of this, so I think we're just kind of drifting around sideways, and that kind of my original thoughts that we're generally going to be a sideways or drifting market are still valid. If we look at the Russell, we did get a breakdown of the head and shoulders pattern, but again, very low volume. All we did is we came down to a more primary support level here. Bounced off of that, so no surprises there. The Dow was pretty much the same thing. Okay, well, the NDX, since we're here, once the computer catches up. The NDX came down, touched our shorter-term support levels, bounced, no surprise there. And if we can find the Dow here, again, we did have a confirmation head and shoulders, which we already had as of last week, but like I said, the volume was anemic there, so that doesn't really mean anything. Came down to a more primary support level, bounced the market. It's pretty cut and dry. So that is that's what we have for the market. So we're just kind of in this drifting mode. It's really good for us income traders, so I'll take it. Let's see, I have a couple of questions here. I just bought the M3 from S&B Materials, 4 years old. I've read that some guidelines have been slightly updated where to find anything new. Anything new on any of the programs is within our site, so ask within our forum. So come on and join the community and just type into the M3 group. And join the M3 group, type into the M3 group. Any questions can be answered there on any of the programs. Is this the episode when Empire Strikes Back? Yeah, sounds good. Thank you very much for each of them. They have helped me more than you know. Okay, well, thank you very much, Lewis and Ray. Thank you for the comments, and Philip as well. All right, so let's go to what's going on with the trades. And we're just going to do the May trade first because the May trade is the last trade we had open for May. So we had a Vcondor on for May. Everything else had been closed. So let's take a look at this. So here is what we had, and this is Monday, May 16th. And basically, obviously, we're coming into the close of the month. We were just looking to see if we could get a bit of a down move here or come out of the center so that we could actually make a little bit more. The market actually did do that for us. If we come to Thursday, the market had dropped a little bit and put us into an area here where we were up about $2,200 to $2,400. And I didn't try and close the whole thing. I generally don't on these. I usually let them expire, but I wouldn't have kept this long put. So this is what our position looked like as of Thursday. And if I back this out, we look like that. So what we do is simply sell off this put here and expire the position. And that's what happened. So we sell the put off, we expired the position, and the actual result, if we take a look at the, actually what I can do is I can actually pull up our results for the month because the month is closed. So for the month, we had, for the V trade, ended up being a 4.32% gain, which is it's a decent month for a V trade. Our rock trade had 11.9% gain, which was a reasonable month for a rock trade. It's not the best, but reasonable. M3 had a fantastic month, 10.4%, and the Bearish Butterfly had a fair month, 11.1%. We had to shut it down with a reduced profit target. If we had held into the Bearish Butterfly this month, it would have been fantastic because the market's been so flat. But yeah, we follow the rules here. We just follow the guidelines. So for the year, we had a tough start, but V trade's up 6.4. Rock trade's at 15.3. We have an M3 of 13.3, and the Bearish Butterfly is slightly underwater. However, looks like the June trade is going to be a good trade, so that should run positive starting in June, and we'll see how the second half of the year goes. Generally, when you have a choppy first half of the year, the second half of the year is usually fantastic. So we will take a look and see how that goes. But this is what we have here. And just to remember, these trades are things that we've been doing for years. This isn't something that came out last year or in the last 6 months and we just started live trading it. These are tested through volatile market conditions, record market crashes, record market rallies, all kinds of things. And we have, with 560 plus episodes here going on trade updates, we just have a really proven track record of the strategies. So we encourage you to do that, and they're pretty much relatively the same from when the programs came out. Sometimes we make some very minor shifts. Usually that's due to analytical changes and stuff like that. So anyway, just encouraging you that, very encouraging here to see this. All right, let's go to the trades for June. We had on, let's go to Monday here, our June M3, which actually I could go to Friday because there were no adjustments this week. Very mild week. So June M3, it looked like this at our last update, and nothing has actually changed. So if we come in here and we go to Friday, and I'm just going to go to 1530 here. No changes in the position. We're sitting at minus 41 delta. We're up about 5%. Things are going quite well. We are a little peaky in our tent. In other words, we have a lot of gamma trend here. We can fix that. Ultimately, it's going to show up in our delta number. If the market continues to go higher today, I'm sure we'll be making some adjustments to this, flattening this out to the upside. If the market comes down, probably nothing. If the market just kind of drifts a little bit, we'll start gradually flattening that T+0 line out. But trade looks fantastic. Very nice looking position here. We have our June Bearish Butterfly, which also had no adjustments, currently up $7,600, and that is, gosh, about 80% of what we have in it, 75% of what we have in it, and 15% or so of planned capital. So trade's looking nice. If we can hold a profit level over $5,000 until Friday, I think Friday is 21 days to expiration, we will be pulling this off at a reduced profit target for a very easy trade. There were no adjustments to this trade at all from inception, so that's going fantastic. If I was live in this, by the way, I would consider pushing this into an M3 with a market rise rather than, or put it this way, I probably wouldn't scale the position back. I'd probably just exit it if the market came down. With an up move, would probably push us into an M3 position and trade it out. Our Vcondor for June. This trade actually did get an adjustment. The market came down just enough on Tuesday to knock us out of, if we come to Tuesday here, it came down just enough to knock us out of one of these puts. So we only allow a very small positive delta here of positive 50, and we're positive 52. And like I said, I was really hesitant to actually make this adjustment. If I was in a live position, I may not have actually made it. I just didn't think the market was going to come down. But anyway, we did that, bought back one of the puts, and as of Friday, if you look at the T-log, that's our first adjustment for the trade. And as of Friday, we are looking like this here, up $895. Trade is going fairly well. And that is everything that we actually had open. And that is everything we have open. So I have a few questions. I'm just going to take a look at those in a moment. We'll answer those in a minute. The new trades we opened up. On Wednesday, we're due for our June Rock trade entry. So I'll show you that. So June Rock is right here. We entered an M3 position. We did our entry test, and it was too volatile to go into Rock position. So we took M3 positioning, and we do that within the Rock trade. That's fairly normal when volatility is up there a little bit, which is kind of surprising. The market's been so flat, it's surprising that we've actually got that kind of volatility, but we do. And I came in here with 1080 butterflies. I did 5 1080, 1090 verticals, and I had a call up here at 990. And this is how we look. As of Friday, there were no adjustments to the position. I think we had a down move Thursday and an up move Friday, so kind of canceled each other out. Sitting here at slightly positive, and the position looks like this. So that is the Rock trade, and then of course we have our July trade entries. We have our July, actually I should probably show you a T-log here. That's what we have for that. For July trade entries, we have our M3 trade, which was entered with 14 butterflies. Again, butterfly pricing is relatively good right now, especially for the limited market moves that we have. And we were able to do 14 butterflies. One call here at 960 puts us in a position that looks like this. So that's all looking good there. And then for a bearish butterfly, I actually went a little bit closer to the market and ended up here with 1090. It was about 18 points under the money here with a position that looks like that. And there is our T-log. So that's all we have for positions. I mean, everything's looking good. The market right now, of course, things change. The market right now is looking fantastic with this stuff. All right, so let's see here. Investor technical analysis, am I bullish or bearish long term? I'm not really bullish or bearish here. We're just kind of, the market's floating around and I'm more or less kind of neutral. We had we should have got a big bounce on Friday that should have followed through today. It doesn't look like it's going to follow through yet. If it doesn't follow through, that's going to tend to be a little bit on the bearish side, and we may continue to drift down. If it does follow through, then we're probably just going to be pushing into more of a sideways range. So that's where we're sitting with that. And how has running helped you with your trading? I think any exercise program helps. Well, we know it does. It's proven from a psychological standpoint. Any exercise improves blood flow to the brain. It improves persistence. It improves a whole lot of things. So I think an exercise program is fantastic, whether it be running or anything that is going to push yourself, where you're going to push yourself or use your willpower to work out more, is very beneficial for your trading. So that's a good point there. Can I please elaborate a little bit on what I said about the June Bearish Butterfly? If I was trading live, under what conditions will I convert to an M3 and not add second thirds? Well, here's what I have with a June Bearish Butterfly. With a June Bearish Butterfly, the position's up past our profit target for our reduced profit target, which we're planning on exiting on Friday. So in the context of that, and the fact we're getting closer to expiration, generally if we come down to a adjustment point here to the downside, for example, 1120 to 1080, we should be right about our reduced profit target. I'm not generally going to roll the thing back. I'm just going to exit the trade to the downside if it gives us problems. We're just too close to the place we want to exit anyway, and we don't really want to be in the market in a very tight, high theta, high gamma position coming into expiration. I'd just rather not do that. The market's been flat for too long. If it takes off, it's going to probably really take off. So it's good to exit. To the upside, realistically, I allow, if I come in here and I allow, for example, minus 100 delta, or usually I'm going to do minus 150 is what I'll allow in this. But if I go to that point, I'm up about $5,000. Again, I don't want to fight this thing now. If the market wants to take off and go up 70 points in the next 30 days or something like that, I just don't want to be in there for the ride where we've had too good of a month. And again, Friday we're exiting at $5,000 anyway, so it'd be a matter of just flattening this out, trading it into expiration as an M3. But that's why I do that. I wouldn't do this if we were 50 days to expiration or 40 days to expiration, but realistically we're going to be by the time that happens, we're going to be 24 days from expiration or 25 days to expiration. So just get out. The market's up. The trade is profitable. I've just got a question of what butterflies did I enter in my July M3. July M3, I was in the 1080s. And this is what the T-log looks like here. And that, I believe, is all the questions that we probably have. So, like I said, fantastic market right now for the last 30 days or so. Any kind of market neutral trade you should be doing fairly well in. Let's hope it continues this way. We can make a lot of money in this environment. So everybody have an awesome week trading. And of course, if you have any questions, then you know where to find me. And we'll talk to you next week.